Alright, so a lot of you have been asking me what kind of rod and reel do I use when I'm out here fishing for these catfish. And I've got a few of them, and some of them serve different purposes. So let me go ahead and show you what I use. This first one here is an ugly Stick GX2 rod. And I picked this up at Walmart. It's right here. It's a medium heavy action 7-foot rod, and I paired it with a Solstace 4000 FI fishing reel, and that's made by Shimano. And both of these can be bought at Walmart, and that's exactly where I got this. And of course I run 65-pound braid on these. And this rod here is great. It's simple setup. It's cost effective. You buy it at Walmart. It didn't cost me a whole lot, and it can still handle these big fish. Now another one that I have, it's a little bit lighter, and it's more for, I'd say, bass fishing really, but just as easily it handles these big fish. This is an Garcia Vendetta, and I also picked this up at Walmart. I paired it with an Orra S30 fishing reel, and this is Garcia also. And this rod here is the lightest rod that I own, and it still handles these big fish. If you saw the video of Isabel with her personal best, she caught it on this fishing rod. And the reason I like this rod is because it's light, and you can pitch and jig and cast and all that stuff with this. The rod and the reel are easy to use, whereas the GX2 is a little bit heavier and a little bit bulkier. It's not so much made for that. You can still do it, but it's a little bit harder on the wrist for this kind of stuff. So those are the two of my lighter ones. And then lately what I've been using for these big catfish is this setup here. And this is a Mr. Catfish Pro Series rod made by Luz, and I bought this at Dick's Sporting Goods, and I really like this rod. It's beefier, it's thicker, and the handle itself it's got a longer butt right here, and the grip is nice. It's just like I want to say like a golf club or a tennis racket or something. It's just real comfortable. And I paired it with a Penn Pursuit 2 fishing reel, and this reel here is pretty much made for saltwater fishing. It's borderline saltwater. You shouldn't have a problem doing some saltwater fishing with this, but it's made for braid. And I of course spool it up with 65-pound braid as well. Now this one of course is really heavy. You don't have as close of a range to grab that line when you cast. So this one's more designed, throw it out there, let it sit, put a big live bait on it or a big chunk of cut bait, and wait for those big fish to hit, and you're going to be able to handle them. You can horse them a little better with this heavy rod as opposed to the other ones. So you're not going to be out there jigging this rod because you've got this big bulky heavy reel and this thick stout rod. Now the latest one that I have is pretty much identical to this. The only difference is the reel. Let me set this over here. So I went ahead and picked up another Mr. Catfish Pro Series rod, and I paired it with the Penn Fierce reel, and this is the 6000 series as well, and it's spooled up with 65-pound, and it's pretty much the same kind of deal. It's just a newer version, I guess. But they handle those big fish perfectly, and I'm very happy with these combos. And this is what I use. This is what I recommend to you guys. So you don't have to get anything super expensive. The Mr. Catfish rods, I think, are $59 or something like that, around there. And the reels are a little bit more pricey. I think they're like another $50, $60. But the other two combos at Walmart are a little bit less expensive, very affordable, and they handle these big fish. So those are the rods that I use, guys. As always, thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.